music. It just doesn't work straight up at the moment. So last week we were playing the various menu music. Thank you for the 64, by the way, Jelly Bean. Oh, if I play it on Spotify, it's going to give me ads in the middle of it, though, isn't it? I don't have a Spotify account that I pay for. Is it on YouTube? Sling Dinger, thank you for the 17 months. I really should have saved that that URL from last time. Well, this one looks like it has a bunch of them. All right. I've got something snappy here in the background. All right, what are we doing? A little claim collection track stuff. Where I break, I need to win with Merlin, and I need to win with Dormammu. Do you have a Sanctum deck with Dormammu? Did I delete it by mistake when I was shuffling stuff around? I loaded up some decks over there. This one can definitely go in. Projection. Projection is kind of mid. I lost against Swordcraft by decking myself out. I mean, Swordcraft can grind. What's the difference between these two? This one's playing Nico. It's probably better. D20 Bandit, appreciate the 75 months. Thanks for the 6.25 years. Welcome back. Let's load up a couple of Sanctum Showdowns with this one. See if it's capable of winning games here and up. I need to grab the chat on the YouTube side. Squirrels! Play. I definitely want to play Bucky in the center. The Werewolf Merlin highlight was a lot of fun. I'm getting a ton of wins in Sanctum with it. It's sweet. Glad you're having fun with it. I think it's just this, yeah. And we'll Summoning Ritual merge one of our destroyed things in here. The Carnage plus the Bucky probably wins the Asgard, so we'll snap here. For people who haven't seen this mode in Marvel Snap before, this is our current limited time game mode. It's definitely the most tactical and, in my opinion, fun limited time game mode they have. So instead of the locations only counting on the last turn of the game, you count up points over the entire course of the game. So whoever wins this location this turn gets 5, whoever wins this gets 1, whoever wins this gets 1. So it's a game mode that cares a lot more about tempo. We're hoping the Sanctum goes here. This is a little sad because I want to I want a summoning ritual here, and I think I'm still going to, but I'm a little sad that they can Guardian here and get a bunch of points. I'm not going to play here in case they Drax the center. We'll Wolverine off to the side. All right, so they're locked on the left. I think I, again, just don't really want to play into here against their Guardians deck. I think I'm going to go ahead and summoning ritual out the Dormammu over here, and then we can lock it over here next turn. If they like Galacta the center of this turn, or sorry, Gamora the center of this turn, we're still winning it, which is great. Wolverine jumped left. Oh, Sam Wilson means they can get into the left now, yeah. But I'm at 15 points now, meaning I only have to win one of these locations, so they're probably cooked. So I'll throw Death in the center. We'll throw Venom over here. And we might as well. Nah, I don't want to snap because if they manage to win this. Oh no, they'd have to win all three, right? Yeah, I should snap just to get the maximum amount of points out here. So they won the Sanctum, but they lost so much tempo earlier that it doesn't matter at this point, because once we hit 16, or in this case 17, the game is ended. Collect our scrolls and move along. How far away? This, only a few more. It really feels like it was relatively quick to get through this time around. It's a lovely location. It seems like there's some type of bug in Sanctum where sometimes it counts the reward charms you get towards your rank, and sometimes it doesn't. I'm not sure exactly what the distinction is there. Well then. With the Carnage draw, it's a damn shame these scrolls slipped up, because it probably means my opponent's gonna fill here too. Oh wow, they couldn't. That's so good for us. And we're gonna win the Sanctum. Yeah, we would all three with the hood being negative in the center for them. I don't think I can snap here. I don't know that 9's necessarily going to win the center, but Oh yeah, and if they misery here, it shrinks my null. Yeah, so we're gonna lose the center here. But that's fine long term. We're going to get to Venom the left side here. It's gonna make null in the center huge. Well, they're playing Red Hulk. That's spicy. Do I snap? I'm putting Dormammu on the right, yeah. Are we in a position to be winning all three here again? Curious, thank you for the 3 months. You're gonna get like Shang-Chi or something here, maybe? 2099, thanks for hanging out, appreciate it. Dochimo, thank you for the quarter of a year.
Impressive.
Nice! X23 jumped into Venom's loving arms. Don't tell Logan. Yes. But we're about to end this gamer's entire career. I don't think I need to snap here because I think I win the game without the snap here, and just in case they have like a Shang for the left.
Great power comes.
Skillmonger died. Killmonger feels very well positioned in this game mode. There are a lot of good ones because people are playing for tempo. Look at the little itty bitty baby Red Hulk, chat. He's so little.
Victory.
Alright, I think my plan this afternoon is we're gonna play Sanctum until we finish our Dormammu mission. So let's get like 2 more done in here, and then I've got some non-Sanctum decks I wanna play ladder with. I mean, people just aren't filling their board super proactively, Steric. I don't remember exactly what the metagame looked like last time this was around, but I definitely think Killmonger's felt good this time through. Killmonger keeps popping my Batroc. It's very annoying. Ooh, that's a good call, too. Yeah, the addition of Batroc. Oh, there's a feature location. I always forget Marvel Stat makes their game unplayable. However many days a week. It's very, very silly. We'll play some Conquest for regular. Yeah, summoning ritual on advanced is slick.
Great power comes.
This is one of those amusing Sanctum interactions, is we actually have priority here because we're currently winning with the most points.
Oh, snap.
I think we should do the zero cost ritual again. They played for the Nexus. Interesting. Oh, it gives me another summoning ritual too. I wasn't expecting that. I guess that makes sense though. What a weird snap. This is actually insane, right? Order? Oh. No, that's the order's right. I'm not overfilling my hand. You don't want negative. Oh, I don't want negative Wolverine. Got it. Yeah, you're right. In case Wolverine jumps middle. Because I'm getting exactly 7 cards regardless. Okay, that's the order. I understand. What if I take 3 points off all your things? And what if I do it again? Oh, I should have done Venom before the zero cost one. That's an interesting thought. Man, they just got put in an absolute trash can, huh? So there goes the unbeatable Guardians deck. Smell you later. Oh, I lost my Dormammu. They're arrow shit, by the way, for people keeping track here. Killmonger this Quinjet. They have priorities, so Uncle Ben's actually gonna... Actually, I should Killmonger here, because Uncle Ben's gonna pull this out because they have priority. Yeah, it's a pretty big mistake on my part. We're 1 and 3 to get 4 Sanctum points here, but yeah, not surprising that... I should have played Killmonger. I was thinking I wanted to dodge a Guardian, but them playing one thing and then this pulling it out meant I should have. Oh, Asteroid, I meant it didn't matter. Okay, yeah, good call. You're super right. I think it's unlikely we're winning the center, so... I guess if Logan jumps center again, maybe we could be okay. One and 3 to win the center.
Peace.
Enough said, Bob.
I'm not gonna snap back because there's a chance they're winning the right, and if they win the right... Excuse me? If Logan jumps right, are we winning the right? They're going down to 18. No, I'm winning the right even without Logan, yeah? Because they lose 6 and I gain 3. Sick! Should have snapped, obviously. I don't want to snap because I can get shag-cheed. Well, if they shag me, they're not shagging me elsewhere. I gotta press the button. This way, if I win the center and either the left or the right, the game ends. Our ritual got peaked, unfortunately. Oh my god, we're being ghosted. What a chode. We good? Get out of my game. Victory. Right, Enchantress and Rogue. I mean, that's how Airship works. You put all of the deck cards in your deck and you mix well. Very Airship moment. All right. It's almost 1 o'clock. I haven't eaten lunch yet, so I need to run upstairs and grab that. What are we going to do when we get back? This had okay stats on Untapped. So I believe that means we are legally obligated to give it a try. So I'm gonna tap an Admiral. If you're enjoying the stream on the YouTube side, make sure you tap the like button to help the Marvel Snap content out. I'll be back in a couple minutes with my food. We're gonna jam some of this spear beam. No, this is we're gonna play some Conquest because ladder's unplayable at the moment because of a feature location. Oh. No Miss Marvel. The deck list I downloaded off the internet did not have Miss Marvel in it, no. Brillo, thanks for hanging out for an entire year. Let's get you a sword to go with that shield. Welcome back. I want an infinite ticket playing C2 with Lockjaw and M'Baku. What a gamer. What a gamer. Lockjaw and M'Baku Cerebro 2. The future is now. God, OTAs in this game are so good. I had someone leave me a giant angry paragraph on one of the Snap channels about how Marvel Snap ruins their game by doing balance passes. And they were super mad about the Rhino change. And I was just like, dear God, gamer, if you want a game that never makes changes to their cards, Magic the Gathering is right over there. Go play it. Was the Lockjaw change a buff? The Lockjaw change is what I would refer to as a shot that is absolutely worth taking, because the Lockjaw change, the previous card was unplayable. The new one still might not be amazing, but the old one was definitely bad. The best way to put it. The regular OTAs are one of the best parts of this game. Absolutely agree. Full cosign.
What a game!
Crushed him? Crushed him.
Victory.
Jeff Hoagland won a game through double Crimson Cosmos. Deck has to be cracked. Deck has to be cracked. Beat double Crimson Cosmos, gamers. Looks like decks I play never do that. When are we playing Cerebro 2 with Lockjaw? At some point. Chat, there's only so many hours in the day. I have a whole list of decks I need to get through. let's be honest, Jeff, you're playing this deck because of the wave variant. No, it had stats on untapped, I promise. Does Astral Projection have a home yet? I would be surprised if Astral Projection had a competitive deck. I actually think one of my biggest criticisms of Second Dinner's design team is that when they release something new, they don't take big enough swings consistently. Like, our first round of Activate cards were like super limp. And we've now gotten our first skill card that's also our first skill card you can put into your deck, and it's a very conservative design. I don't remember this menu music. You know, you could tell that January was the season I didn't stream Marvel Snap for the first time ever, because this is the January menu music. We've had a lot of Hooglandians that last time it came up on the playlist, they were like, oh, I haven't heard this one before. All right, so I need to fill the right, and I could do that. We probably end up losing the left though, yeah. What if I do this, which kicks this out? I think I like that. What in the Shang brain kind of stay is this? I do this to get Sarah down, right? Hey, Jeff, is there any reason your tier list by the tech cards aren't also categorized strong, fine, mediocre? You know, originally, there just weren't enough tech cards for it to make sense to do that. But I think you're right. The tech card grouping and the quality of them has grown and varied enough at this point that next time I do a tier list, we should probably sub-categorize the tech cards. Hey, Jabber, thank you for dropping off that prime still. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think Pocket's gonna be in my regular rotation anytime soon. I do wholly and fully understand folks who enjoy Pocket stuff. If you send your support in another direction, you absolutely can and should support content that you're watching. Disgusted Hand, thank you for the 14 months. Welcome back. I think it's this. I think it's this. Who knows where the dog's ending up? Probably left.
Doom rules all.
All right, Martyr was born to win Asgard gamers, I believe. Thanks, Jabber. I really appreciate that. Is it worth waiving? I don't really have any big expensive stuff. I think I want to waive so we top deck Doom or Sarah. It's just so good. And I think we're losing this is the problem. Or probably cooked here. Oh, we Omni this one. Yeah, that's a good call. Oh, I shouldn't have played the other rock if I was rightoing. Need to draw Lucas real bad. Probably dead, but again, I just don't really want to play 800 games against them, so we're gonna stay. This might roll us into a good one. Hopefully they just, like, also drew some rocks. Our opponent just has the most cursed case of Shang brain I've ever seen a player experience. Actually just brutally savage wrecked. All right, maybe we'll draw Cerebro in this next game, huh? I managed to get through that one without it though. You think Dormammu is a staple in Destroy? I don't know. I feel like we don't currently have numbers to make that call from a data-driven perspective. And I don't have enough anecdotal experience to know one way or another. Ben would never kill my card for a second turn in a row, right? I'm not going to gamble the Sarah. I'm just going to let her take a -2 here. And then if we top deck Cerebro, we're actually in a pretty decent spot. Well, I mean, that was definitely our best non-Cerebro drop. This seems fine. With Captain Marvel covering, I bet we win here. Alright, they have our copy of Doctor Doom. Freaking snap, adding 2 cards to our hand, bricking a draw on us.
Doom rules all.
I think we do this. Oh, Tau only costs 2 now. Yeah. Tau costing 2 means I want to do this. And then we'll go Martyr, Cerebro, Tau over here next turn. Final answer. I definitely had... Oh, we took priority, that's sad. So, Tau changes the text, so it gets rid of Martyr's penalty and makes her a Cerebro. Well, if my body's ready to die to a Shang-Chi. You've gotta be forking shirting me! Christ on a cracker! That's so fucked up. Was that literally the only 5 that beat us there? Was there any other 5 that beats us there? I don't think there was. No, Valken Spider Women, I win left and center. You're wrong. You lose. Good day, sir. They're an Enchantress deck, which I think means I'm hiding this here, yeah? Oh, they're gonna Merlin the bar. I mean, that's how their Gwen pulls went, right? I assume we're dead. Well, if that just ain't a match that is pure distilled Marvel snap, I don't know. I don't know what is. Just the highest concentration of pure RNG bullshit you'll ever experience. Locations kills Cerebro most of the time. Using Merlin with it is wild. It's so impressive to me how close you can get to making understanding and a good choice that we've made and then still just completely fuck it up. Blizzard brain only remembers the bad. Yep, basically. It's not often Krakoa for zero is the right play, but this is one of those moments. Accurate. Wait, I'm sorry, what? For the love of God, bro, please! Please, Benjamin! They're dying! My family is dying, Benjamin! Son! This will give me enough energy to Doom plus Tau next turn, right? Red Skull jump scare, right? Alright, this wouldn't be possible without the Tau buff. Well, this is a rodent. Got it. That's why he's so big. That's why he's so big. Oh, we're about to get Enchantress on the right as well, yes? Is what's about to occur? I won, right? Please tell me I won! Oh, thank goodness I won! I don't know that my heart could have taken a loss there. It's okay, nobody panic! Nobody panic. That was an Arnim Zolan Infinite right there. What is happening? What do we think? I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do it. Oh man.
Oh, snap.
You're a game late, Lucas. Luke knows we didn't need him last game. That's true. It's just the facts. Hey, super cooked here. On. Thank you for hanging out for an entire year. I appreciate the support. Welcome back. Good afternoon. I mean, that was the game, yeah? Says local man about to be screwed by Merlin RNG? Well, I guess I didn't need to roll on the Merlin. I thought I needed Merlin to be 5. That's why I took a roll here. Look at us, Cerebro. Look at him go, chat. 14's a big number. That's a lot of points. Can't play cards here with 10 or more power. That's A-okay. That's A-okay. Am I crazy, or is this deck making Ancient One look good? It's kind of making Ancient One look good, yeah. Have they not tried Enchantress? They might not be on Enchantress with Infinite. They might just be on the Nightmare Sauron plan. This ties the right. Assume we're cooked here. It's a rescue crossbones. We have 16 in the middle, which may or may not be enough. Narrator, it was not enough. Let's add a music command since that's coming up. We'll say it verbally once though. The patch broke the in-game music, so I'm just running a God bless America. I'm just running a playlist. off of YouTube of all the different menu music Snap has had, since those are Snap related and they're royalty free. That's rude. Gotta go right now. Gotta go right now. Oh, we really wanted wave there. Well, I mean, wish granted, I suppose. That has its penalty on it. The joke's at you, we're not a Cerebro deck today. That's definitely how it feels. For short. Did I have plays that beat this? If I would have gone Luke plus Medusa in the center and then Rhino on the right. No, I'm still short. Would Rhino mid would have done it. Oh yeah, Rhino mid here would have beaten this because the Martyr jumps here were still winning here and here, yeah? Howdy, Mark. Okay, they got 3 more shots to take our money away. Ooh, that's definitely better for us than them. Alright, I would like Medusa's Wild, please. How do we feel about rolling Merlin up this turn? I think I'm into it. I think I'm into it. Oh, I guess he's going to 5 though. Well, we can poly Sarah next turn. Yeah, it's a good call. I like that. I like that. And then I think we could just do this, because Martyr jumps out of the center, right? And they don't have Enchantress, so like Martyr goes to the left every time and I'm still winning because of Scar. Oh, is Captain Marvel just better than Wave here? Yes, absolutely. Oh, I don't even need Martyr to move. You're dead. Sweet. The Merlining your Sarah in the games where Cerebro doesn't show up is a nice way to win a lane. Alright, gamers. I think I can thoroughly stamp exceeds expectations on this deck's report card, meaning that we're definitely going to play another round with it when we return from the break. But in the meantime, we need to take a pause for the cause to let some adverts roll. We'll see you in 120 seconds, Twitcher. If you're watching on the YouTube side, consider tapping the like button. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps the content reach some more people. Appreciate all the folks that have done that already today. All right, I'm going to run my leftover hummus upstairs before it gets too warm. BRB. So while these ads roll. North, thanks for re-upping that primer. Appreciate the 25 months. Welcome back. All right, let's see if we can close out an infinite ticket with this bad Mama Jamma, huh? Ah, yes, Cerebro 5 making our opponents retreat at record speed. Watch one ad a month because it reminds me to re-up the Prime. Thanks for re-upping it for the 19th month. Other shirts off sale. The shirt sale runs through 4th of July weekend, so I think it ends either Sunday or Monday. As a shout out to one of my wonderful longtime sponsors into the AM. They make the wonderful dragon shirt you see me wearing here and all the other ones. I am not so beautifully modeling in the scroller above. Appreciate the folks that check them out. Excellent way to support my content while picking up some fantastic stuff. Into the AM is what I like to refer to as an organic sponsorship. I had bought some of their stuff and was wearing them before they reached out to sponsor, before my content started getting to levels where I had sponsors. I have some of their shirts in my closet that are pushing, gosh, probably 4 years old at this point. My Hoaglandia code, since we've had that partnership for the last few years, has generated, I believe it's over 30,000 USD in sales. They send me an email every $1,000. What was the last one they sent me? Yeah, 31,000 USD in sales. A lot of great clothing moved. Dirt Bro, thank you for the almost 2 years. Welcome back. Quicksilver. Where were you last, Turd Martyr? Well, that's a useless wave, unfortunately. Oh, it's not useless for them, though. Because they have the Castle Blackstone energy. Man, that's rough. I think I do this to try and get energy for Sarah next turn, yeah? Perfect. Hey, thanks for the super chat, Ash. You know, I dug through my YouTube settings, and I'm sure I'm just missing something, but I could not figure out how to enable gift subs on the YouTube channel. I do appreciate that direct support. We're looking for a Tau here, yeah? Yup. The way these locations line up, though, the Tau is awkward, right? I'm gonna have to flip a coin. Right? Do I do this? And then next turn, I can go Luke Cerebro Tau and then only copy 2? Roof Toilet, thank you for the 10 months. I think it's this. Yeah, they're also an Alliance deck, it's true. Which kind of means I want to do it here anyways. Oh, you're saying they're an Alliance deck so they can Alliance me this turn. Got it. Fun game. Man, if I should have just played to the out too. If I'd have put Luke on the right, we'd have fucking crushed him here. So mad at myself. Stay and mute them because I don't care, but I'm sad now. Did we win? Christ on a cracker, we won. Woo! Buddy old Bell. Oh, buddy old Bell. When you're a toxic pile of trash, can't do it. Save $30 on my Into the AM merch. Thanks for checking them out, Flip Ninja. Hope you enjoy your stuff. They forgot to activate Fenris. They hadn't destroyed anything, right? Oh, they blew up a wave earlier. They did. I forgot they blew up wave with Gladiator. The Merlin timing didn't work. The Teenage Warhead wasn't possible, chat. Because that one didn't blow up till my turn. But they had wave from Gladiator. It happened on turn 2, though, which was forever ago. I looked away for half a second. What card did we lose? Was it wave? It was wave. Okay. That's unfortunate. We would have had wave into Sarah. Hopefully they wave us. Yeah, we got a Merlin, which isn't terrible. Do I snap them? Oh, this is a neutral location. I might snap them. I think that counts as pretty neutral for us. Maybe even favorable, based on our deck. The only really min-maxy thing when it comes to farming Conquest is that you should make sure that you're basically playing it as best of one. Oh, I'm breaking a draw with this line. Yeah, it's a good shout. I didn't think about that. What do you think of this? I think I'm into it. I think I'm into it. It is a Spider Island after all. It was a rude Merlin location, holy. Dr. Doom lets us get into the center here too. It's one of the lowest spend accessible decks in the game. It only has one Series 5 card Tau and a Season Pass card. So, the idea of what constitutes a budget deck in a game like Marvel Snap is interesting, the way the economy is structured, because I actually think the way the economy ends up working out, a deck having like, I don't know, somewhere between like 2 and 4 Series 4 and 5 cards, I think actually makes it more accessible than being all Series 3, because you don't have a ton of agency over the order you get your Series 3 stuff in. So it's very easy for... It's very easy for you to like, okay, I'm going to play this deck that's all Series 3 cards, but also like one of the cards in it, or 2 of the cards in it, are going to be like my last 2 that I get. Yes, that's also true. Which Series 4 and 5 cards kind of matter too. Like Tau's a really low priority pickup for most reasonable people. Oh my goodness, this feeding my once and future is too perfect. Returning players who left her on the spotlight era before the start will be seriously complete. Yeah, it's a different era of, or a different group of players, I guess you would say. Cerebro to hide from Enchantress. I mean, obviously we could get screwed, but I don't think I'm playing around Enchantress until I see it. Is this a polymorph this era again, Engel? I think it's a polymorph this era again. Oh, I guess I have Cerebro out, though. Man's helping both of us out here. I was really hoping for Medusa or Rhino there. I think it's just this. Lose though. Hopefully, Carol carries it.
Higher, further, faster, baby.
Wow, rip. Close. Would Dr. Doom have won this? No, he'd have been short, right? Needed a Tau. Ooh. It's a large piece of candy, says local man about to be Mobius. Queued up with my Sarah deck and hit a Mobius deck in the finals. Wake up, sheeple. Wake up. It's a lovely, lovely location for us in the center here as well. Lucas Cage, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Lucas Cage. I hate everything, everything. You know I hate everything. Do 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 do. All right, maybe this will hit center, and then Merlin will roll. Will roll his thing. Otherwise, we're just not a Cerebro deck, I guess. All right, 1 and 3. 1 and 3. We have another 50%, 33%. We could, yeah. That's accurate. That's accurate. It means I won't be able to Sarah, though. Excuse me? All right, once more with feeling. 50%, 33%. It's just this. I think we're cooked either. I think they're real Mysterios on the left. Doesn't matter.
Do rules all.
That's some deeply unfortunate variance there. So close, yet so far away. If we'd have just had Merlin's spell there, we'd have won it at the end. All right, let's get one more with this before we move on to our next thing.
Victory.
We're gonna say let's not count that one as the last one. Oh, the rollover did happen. I wanna play one more at this, then we'll check for stuff. I need to decide if I want to spend $50 to get this anti-venom variant before the end of the season. Little torn. Astral projection worth getting. I mean, it's free 99. So if someone's asking you to pay more than $0 for it, probably not. For the price of free, adding a new card to your collection seems fine. Alright, I mean, our hand is great. Martyr eyeing the lake hungrily. Martyr's gonna lose her text box. Yes, Martyr would take into account jumping to the lake. Surely they've nightmared their Red Skull. Surely. Hey, Birdman, thank you for the 2 years and more. Welcome back. Banfei and actual Sauron.
Doom rules all.
Doom rules all.
Hello, so happy.
That was a living tribunal infinite. Not quite enough. 14's a lot, gamers. It's crazy how changing the Tau spell to 2 has made it so much more playable. I don't think it's remotely crazy at all. One of the things you want to think about when it comes to the energy costs on cards is not that you're going up or down by 1. You want to think about it in terms of the percentage change that you're having. So like in this deck or with Tau, it's 33% cheaper than it was before. And those discounts compound with other cost reducers. So like Sarah, for example, when Tau costs 3, Sarah gives you a 33% discount. However, now that Tau costs 2, Sarah gives you a 50% discount. So her effect gives you a larger percentage dip on a 2-cost card versus a 3-cost card. So in addition to that happening, you also get it cheaper with her as well. If you're a Cerebro enthusiast, gamers, this deck list honestly felt very, very reasonable. We won a handful of games without Cerebro showing up, and when Cerebro shows up, 14 points is a lot with Tau. One thing that came to mind as a play pattern is to watch out for that let us win some games without Cerebro is that in games where you don't have Cerebro but you have Merlin and Sarah, saving a polymorph to polymorph your Sarah into a 6-drop gives you a lot of stats in her lane typically. It was kind of sweet. Alright, we take a pause for the cause to let some adverts roll. When we return, we're gonna play something else. What do we want to play? Someone mentioned Ultron. This pile of cards caught my eye. I think mayhaps we shall do this when we return, because it is an amusing combination of things. And I am a Victoria Hand. Don't go anywhere. I want the new spell to be 2. Yeah, Astral Projection could probably stand to be 2 as well. I agree with that. You know, gamers, I'm very disappointed in you. Typically, at least someone in chat is more observant, but not a single person, that's the wrong scene, not a single person, chat, has complimented me on my unicorn tattoo today. We've been live for almost 5 hours, and not a single person noticed the unicorn on my cheek. This is why you're never gonna end up anywhere in life, chat. You miss all the important details. Shame on us. It's really hard. It is. I did sleep on it, so it's a little bit worn compared to what it was. Haley had a couple of sheets of rainbow unicorn tattoo things, so her and one of her friends and then her brothers took a couple too, but Haley and her friend, they were like covered head to toe in unicorn and rainbow tattoos when they were done playing yesterday. All up and down the arms and legs. It's just a lighting artifact in my phone. That's fair. I see a little better in the picture from yesterday. I had one other fun thing to share. I was very productive at my home this weekend, chat. I finally took all of my wife's and children's art, and they're no longer sitting. They're no longer sitting in a pile on the edge of my bedroom. We hung them. Don't they look nice? Shadow Marvel, thank you for the 26 months. I appreciate the primer. Welcome back. These couple, Christy and I actually did together, but the majority of them are children and Christy. She's drugged me along to a couple of couples things. Look like any new bundles today. It's a nice looking hood. I have my forever hood though. Ooh, Merlin split. I'm a Spanish couple and we're thinking about moving from Spain to the US. What are your thoughts? I think nobody from outside of the US should come to the United States right now. And if you're not familiar with why I am saying that, you should absolutely look up what is going on here under the current administration. Unless you are coming here because your job is requiring you to come here, you absolutely should not come to the US for fun. Unless you have a sociopathic amount of money. If you're a billionaire with a B, you'll probably be fine. All right, it's our first shot at gold on the wizard. What an easy game we play. Easy game. Easy puppy. I think I'm gonna keep splitting him for gold crackle. I don't love that border effect. Merlin's a card. Just to give a little education for people who are outside the U.S. asking why would people be deported. So, the current fascist-in-chief in the United States ran on a platform of mass deportations, which he is delivering on his word of doing. But in order to deport people in mass, he has suspended due process for many people, meaning they're not validating that people are here with proper papers or not, so they are deporting people who are legally allowed to be in the country and are even occasionally deporting people who are U.S. citizens in their haste to just deport everyone that doesn't look like a particular demographic. The current official count is that 70 U.S. citizens have been deported. Yup. I try not to get into it too frequently on stream because it's big doomer energy in the United States right now, but it's just, I don't know how we ever get back. Genuinely, it's gonna be... Speaking of, I don't know, just to be political here for a moment while I click through some boxes, I don't know if people are following the current budgetary thing in what's going on in the United States. But there's a lot of awful in the current bill they're trying to ram through. But It includes increasing ICE's budget to make them the largest policing force in the United States. And it also increases energy costs for a majority of Americans, because not only is it going to cut the tax incentives to create clean energy, but it's also going to tax the existing clean energy. So it's going to go from places getting paid an incentive by the government to invest in things like solar and wind to getting taxed extra by the government on things like solar and wind. The estimated energy costs increase vary from between like 4 and 30% depending on which state you live in, if it passes through with the current legalese that they have in the Senate. Yeah, it's also going to cut a lot of people off their health care. And then pass that on just one extra piece, because I think a lot of people don't understand the cascading bits of all of that too, is that investing in green energy through incentives from the government creates jobs, because it creates construction jobs and stuff like that. One of the big construction unions put out a statement saying that based on the wording, and I think they had like, the union said they have 3 million members, and they said they expect that if it rams through as is to disrupt as many as 1 million jobs. So it's just like, there will, past the very direct awful, there will also be a lot of other knock-on awful. So, technically hasn't passed yet, but, you know, based on how gestures broadly and everything else around me. Which one we're gonna do? Victoria Angel. Let's do it. What can we even do? Brace for impact. As Doom is just in time for me to be a menace at my 4th of July picnic. Yep. Dracula Avatar played Morbius on 2 opponents. Opponents got a certain type, you could say. Wow, Surge, why would you betray me like this? I'm gonna take a mulligan. I just don't really want to play with these locations. I don't want to play my deck. How do you stay upbeat in these trying times? Any pro tip? I mean, the alternative is never getting out of bed in the morning. That would be bad for my wife and my children. Gotta just accept that there's a lot of these things that we can't impact. I did basically everything I felt I could to encourage people to make good choices when we were in the last election season and things went how they went, and it's just gonna be what it is. Yep, my family needs me. I'll do what I can in the meantime, in between time. I don't know, the very vindictive part of me almost feels like shit needs to break more than it already has in order for people who are voting for the racist policies of Donald Trump to wake up. Like, it genuinely feels like we've hit a point where the people who voted for it really need to get their shit pushed in by, I'm sorry, that's a terrible, I need to remove that one, I apologize. The people who voted for it need to suffer from what they voted for to understand they can't just vote to make people's lives worse, they should be voting to make their own lives better. And that's the big problem. That's like the core issue with a giant portion of the United States, is a bunch of people voted to hurt people as opposed to voting to help themselves. I don't know how we ever right course. It's always darkest just before the dawn. It feels like it needs to get dark and be bad for some of these people until they wake up and realize, like, oh, I should be voting for good things. I shouldn't be voting for people to be hurt. They should be voting to improve their own lives instead of, say, voting to hurt other people and deport people. The origin of the phrase shit pushed in is a incredibly homophobic line inside of a movie, I think from the early or mid 2000s. It was one of my idioms for a long time, and I've mostly cut it out when I was informed of that, but it's still mess up. From Trading Day, yes, there you go. Is Werewolf by Night worth getting? I think Werewolf by Night is a fun and reasonably competitive card. It's also very good inside of the current Sanctum mode, if that's appealing to you. Was Dormammu worth buying? I think Dormammu is a fine card that's also kind of dry. Oh, Tao works with Captain Carter in this deck too, doesn't she? That's kind of fun. So Hawk lets me get into Luke's bar. I think they were snapping because they didn't think I could get into Luke's bar. think it's this. I think it's this. I have a ton of points on the right, and we should win over here with 18. Oh, shoot. What a 50-50 to lose. Oh, I'm in the wrong seed. It's not disruptive, but it's slightly off. This is a better one. Burn through all these gold tickets. Gambit's an asshole, yep. Ooh. We can go Victoria into Frigga into Prodigy Victoria. Oh, this is actually kind of bad for us, yeah? Well, I guess this is fine, and we just won't... but the copied ones don't work, right? The copied ones don't get the Victoria bonuses. Oh, the ones copied from here specifically. Ooh, that's incredible. Okay, so... all of my stones are going to be great, though. I hate everything. I hate everything about everything. Immigrant supporter, thank you for the 2.5 years. Welcome back. One thing I've noticed about Shadowverse, I don't get as miserable feeling I do in other games with things like tech cards. I think that's why I like it so much. Yeah, the dynamic of... what's the best way to put it? The fact that the tech cards The fact that your board dies basically every turn in that game makes it feel drastically different than like what Snap is. Like in Snap, Shang-Chi is the exception, not the rule, right? Or yeah, so what's the game plan here? Am I getting Alliance? Is that the game plan? So it ended up being pretty close. Yes, Shadowverse's core gameplay loop is explicitly designed around kicking the board every single turn, as opposed to the exception when it happens, so... If every card is Shang-Chi, none of them are Shang-Chi, I guess is a way to think about it. Oops, all tech cards. You know, I will say, from a optimism of balancing standpoint, the last OTA notes talking explicitly about how they are aware that the all tech card stuff is existence, and then taking some changes to try and address them. Like, I'm glad they at least understand that that's on their radar. I wish they'd do more directly about it, but they're at least aware that it exists. Tech card issue having issue in quotes felt weirdly standoffish. I assume it was in quotes because based on their pure numbers, they don't view it as problematic from a stats standpoint. Is how I read that. Which I would believe them. None of the tech card filled things are strictly problematic from a number standpoint. My poor Victoria. That could be useful. I just checked out Shadowverse on Steam and the reviews are mostly negative. Is that statistic reliable? This is gonna come as a shock to anybody who's played digital card games before. But the community in Shadowverse is unhappy with the Shadowverse economy. Which I know is unheard of, generally speaking. Digital card games run on mobile platforms tend to have famously very popular economies. I bet the game is dying too. Unironically, there was a clickbait YouTube video on my timeline that showed Shadowverse only had 33,000 concurrent players on Steam. And they used that as a point of reference for very clearly the game was having problems. Only. Yes, that's for a game that has a mobile client too, right? We could lose the left tier. You probably win the right though, copying Captain Carter with the Elsa though. Can we lose the left? Depends on how many concurrent players does Snap have right now? That's a good question. I actually don't know. I don't know what Snap is offhand. Marvel Snap's 30-day average players is just under 3,000 people. Marvel Snap's all-time peak on Steam is just under 19,000. Yeah, again, that's not counting mobile. This is just Steam. There's no accurate public-facing measures for mobile. For mobile, we don't get concurrent player numbers, but we do have we get like revenue numbers. So like there's places that aggregate mobile revenue. So like these are measurements of card games across app stores. So like Pocket still #1 with a bullet, $50 million. Shadowverse 20 million. Arena and Hearthstone 5. Master Duel and Marvel Snap and WWE Supercard 2 million. Like still making plenty of dollar redues. Shadowverse is an absolutely massive game in Japan, for those who aren't familiar. Shadowverse actually, I think they peaked, I think Shadowverse peak players was over 100K. All-time peak for Shadowverse Worlds Beyond was over 90,000. Just as a point in comparison. Why did you have to show the lifeless corpse of Marvel Snap on stream like that?
I'm about to juice this up.
Infinity Ultron was the best draw in my deck by a very significant margin here, yes. These stones are huge. Excited to get the 2 stones that need double board space available. What number of concurrent players is considered a non-dead game? Doesn't exist. Every game is always dead at all points. Anybody trying to tell you otherwise is lying to you. Well, we're definitely not winning the left. Hopefully we win the right. This Infinity Stone here is 11 points of power. Could go either way. One of my favorite things about the Shadowverse reviews are the number of people who left negative reviews for the new Shadowverse game, but they also have like 80 to 100 hours played in less than 2 weeks. Oh, we're so close. Does this move a random one? Or is it the lowest power? Oh, it is always lowest power. That's... Alright, we'll try one more here. So like a full-time job, literally. Yes, played it like 30 to 40 hours a week for the first 2 weeks. Game sucks, do not recommend. Does Shadowverse have worldwide matchmaking? Yeah. Marvel snaps the exception to its matchmaking. Usually card games are global matchmaking. Although I guess Runeterra had regional matchmaking too, right? Is there a substitution for Prodigy? This deck probably sucked, so just follow your heart. When I say global matchmaking, China being in its own playground is usually a pretty typical asterisk. Just for the sake of clarity. It is fairly normal / typical for China to have its own servers. Why is that player count? Because of rules the Chinese government typically has about how software operates in their country. Is my understanding. They have restrictions on artwork and other things. So typically if you want to get your... Also, I believe it's if you want to release your product in China, a Chinese company has to have a hand in it. I think we're dead here. Prodigy copy the Ice Cube. I mean, that's funny. I don't know that's good, but it's funny. Oh no, wait, he's gonna crack himself in the asteroid. I've made a terrible mistake. Yes, in fact, in the card game revenue chart I showed, there was a Shadowverse and a Shadowverse China that was run by NetEase. Poor Prodigy. Gave his life for this energy. This deck sucks, chat. I'm bleeding it.
Escape.
Yeah, typically NetEase or Tencent are the companies that help manage games inside of China. Did I delete the page of the tweet on it? Yeah, Shadowverse by Side Games was 20 million. And then this is I assume this is Shadowverse China here from NetEase. It has the same icon almost. At 500,000. Have you tried a Victoria hand deck other than this one with Buff Tau? I have not. Jesus. We've only played like, I don't know, not even double-digit hours of Snap since the OTA dropped. I think I have one loaded up though. What's that? We try this next. What were those numbers? Those numbers were revenue. So 50 million in revenue for. All right, I'm gonna stop closing this browser tab. 50 million in revenue on mobile platforms for Pocket, 20 million for Shadowverse, 5 for Hearthstone and Arena, and then 2 for WWE Supercard, Snap, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. The rest varying degrees less than that for card games. All right, let's roll an ad. Then I think we'll do this when we get back. I don't know that we're gonna get to Cerebro 2 today. It's already 3 o'clock. We will certainly play Cerebro 2 at some point this week. Did you ever get into Yu-Gi-Oh? I did not. Everybody always talked about how their game was not particularly well balanced and they didn't do particularly good band passes, so seemed like a game that was not my cup of tea. Spent years experiencing that in Magic the Gathering, didn't need another one. For games to release in China, you need a primary Chinese developer. The requirements are full access to game source code, a censorship review of removal of sensitive content, religions, politics, and gore. In-game text must be in simplified Chinese. All user data must be stored in China. These regulations tend to lead to isolated China-specific development teams and infrastructure with separate game builds, features, and timelines tailored to meet government requirements. Yeah, that happens for Snap too. Like, Snap China is basically a different game at this point. They have like they have the same core game mechanics, but like Snap China has full draft mode implemented, for example. Yes, your spells get the split that your card has. Border and split. It should be us. Where's the draft? Yep. Killing Dormammu and then doing the rituals doesn't bring it back. Yeah, Dormammu doesn't come back from discard or destroyed. Hard to know if that's a bug or a feature. Well, we should probably update the OTA schedule. old ones. July 17th for... Wait, that can't be right. This is patch and OTA on the 17th. That's gotta be wrong, yeah. Are they doing a Thursday patch? Anybody know? Is there a typo from the last mod that updated the OTA command? I guess we could be doing a Thursday patch. They're doing both on the same day. Okay, cool. They moved the patch specifically to that day. What is tomorrow's release? Clea? The witchy lady that gives you flames. Card number 847 that encourages you to play more Luke Cage is what tomorrow is. Tomorrow is Luke Cage and Killmonger Day. Yeah, honestly, tomorrow's probably a non-card release in the short term. And I will probably still be exploring OTA stuff tomorrow is my plan. Ooh. I think that one means we play that one on 2 instead of Surge here. Hey, Boneless, if you're going to be playing Shadowverse on the regular, there's some guild recruiting in the Discord server in the channel. If you're interested in that aspect of the game. Oh my. That with New York could actually end up being kind of sick, yeah? I think I'm eating US Agent. It has 5 points with this, but I do want to draw cards this turn, I think. Aztec, thanks for the over 2 years. Welcome back. Looking healthy, Jeff. Congrats. Yeah, if it's been a little bit since you've been around. I dropped almost 60 pounds last year. Can we snap again? Asking the real questions. I actually don't have that many cards Victoria buffs, though, because Mirage and Hood are literally my bottom 2 cards here. Do we Ancient one? I don't think we do. Is it crazy to copy Speed? What if I copy Speed, and then my last turn is Speed Spectrum Victoria? I think I'm into that, actually. Because Quinjet makes speed cost 2. Oh, there isn't a Kate Bishop in here. It's an interesting / good observation. I downloaded this deck off the internet. Red Wing never pulls mystery. I mean, I could do this. And actually, do I just play Hood to increase the odds that I get one of these two? That puts me ahead overall, right? Yeah, I think I'm into it. Who knows where the dog's ending up at? You want Spectrum to die by chance. Red Wing happens first. So Spectrum was never at risk of dying here. Great. Round and round the wolf it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. Alright, well, it's not stopping on the right, which means we're winning there. Sure. Alright, we'll win the 2 non-dog paths then. Night.
Victory.
Do you think frequent OTAs ruin the game instead of keeping it fresh? Absolutely not. I think literally every other card game in existence has very infrequent balance passes, and I think one of the best things about Marvel Snap is that they do regular balance. I think Marvel Snap's OTAs have a consistent, proven history of leaving things consistently very playable. And there's absolutely no reason why I would ever want them to do less of them. It's not like OTAs regularly take cards or decks and make them no longer playable. How does Shadowverse balance the game? So Shadowverse 1 did balance passes once per month, I'm told. I don't know how Shadowverse Worlds Beyond is going to go, but I assume they're going to do at least that. May I ask you if frequent locations that had cards to your hand ruined the game? Absolutely. Fuck those locations. You prefer stability. So, but did you listen to what I said? Marvel Snap's metagame is stable despite card changes happening. I think would be the somewhat compelling point I'm trying to make is we're not choosing between stability or not. The answer is yes, we get to have both. It's not a one or the other. If Marvel Snap took the top deck and nerfed it into the ground and made it unplayable twice a month, that would be unstable and not good. However, that's not how game balance happens in this game. TVA makes me very sad about this this draw with Nico, and they have Merlin to reroll it potentially. Yikes. We're cooked here. I should have played the Mirage on 2 instead of being greedy with Nico so I could copy the demon. Yeah, if anything, I think despite the regular OTA updates, Marvel Snap tends to be a more stable game than most other card games I've played is accurate. You look at how quickly a game like Pokemon Pocket power crept their card releases, so they're no longer very competitive. It happened really fast. Whereas, like, in Marvel Snap, it wouldn't be optimal, but I would bet you money I could probably take a deck that was all cards in Marvel Snap when the game released and still hold my own with them. I'm gonna Mirage here and then play into Misery the Mirage next turn. Oh, it's so annoying that she keeps copying things that don't have stats. I guess we're not Miraging then? We'll copy this. We'll copy this. This is close. Does Poly Vicky still get the Vicky buff since it's a hand card? I don't think so. I think it counts as a different card when it gets transformed. Yeah, it does not. Oh, I'm losing the right. Yeah, we lose the right and we lose wherever the dog ends up at then. Yep. I actually think, and this is a somewhat philosophical but numbers-driven discussion. I think it's interesting when people say things like, I put down Pocket because they released sets too frequently. But what that actually means most of the time, I assume, is I put down Pocket because I couldn't get the cards fast enough. Not that I was upset with the total number of cards releasing, right? Like, if Pocket made it easier to get all of the cards, the set releases every month wouldn't be a problem, right? Or I don't know. Maybe that is the hold off for you, and I shouldn't assume what you mean, but like, correct. So like, I feel like people are focusing on the wrong thing when they say that, because like, if Pocket released the exact same number of cards, but they spread out the releases more frequently, like the problem's still the same, but they're not releasing cards as often. So it's just like that, they're releasing cards too quickly is kind of not articulating the thing that's actually problematic. Alright, well, we don't need a discount on that one. Let's see if we can dodge an acid arrow here. I also don't like how often the metagame changes. See, that's the power creep aspect of it. Because Snap does a good job of adding new decks to their game without explicitly power creeping, which is a credit to their balance team, I think. We're just like not playing Ghost Rider here, obviously. These are my demons. I want to copy the demon, and then I'm hoping to top deck a copy of Victoria to play with Tau plus demons. If we top deck Victoria, we can go Victoria, Tau, demon, demon for a really big swing at the end. Sometimes sets being released means metaheads don't have time to breathe and develop as much. Now, see, I think that's a power creep factor more than a sets letting things breathe factor. And again, Snap's like a good example of that, right? Like, Snap regularly creates churn and new things to explore, but they don't do it by explicitly raising the power level on everything, right? It was not the Victoria hand I wanted for Christmas. Tau right to spread the speed. So the problem with Tauing on the right is Annihilus. Annihilus shakes me down, right? Or am I beating Annihilus there? I didn't count. I wouldn't be able to fill for speed this turn. I would give +4 to each of these. I think I'm just better off doing this. Lifted right here.
Victory.
Got him. Let's fire another one, shall we? goodness. Oh my goodness! Nico copy Victoria is cheating. Nico copy 5 power Victoria, say less. Oh! No, don't stop, I'm almost there. Is this legal to show on Twitch.tv? The music kicked it up a notch because they knew what we were about to draw. No way RC and Castle possibly gets it. It's fine, I've already copied her. They want to kick the one on the left, be my guest. Wait. If I do this... No, Nico always copies my thing. If I just do this... Oh, I took priority. That was a mistake. I should have put Quinjet on the right. They would have priority if I put Quinjet on the right, yeah. So now I'm flipping a coin because I messed up. This is what happens when you get all hot and bothered, mood. Assuredly, they're never beating us on the right, yes? I really do not like New York as a location. I wish New York would trigger on turn 5. I think it would be a much more interesting and tactical card if there was a reposition before the end of the game. I'm just playing this out for curve purposes. I want to hold Victoria for now. I don't want to give away where they can Enchantress her. It's scarred on the right. Ooh, we tie that, yeah?
Wakanda forever.
It's a solid diff. Can I stab them? No, I think I stabbed them. Oh, yeah. Gonna have another demon, and then next turn we could go Ancient One, Mirage. And then I go Ancient One, Mirage, and then I have Demon, Victoria Toe. Is it worth getting back into Staff after not playing since this time last year? I think Staff's metagame is in a very solid spot. They still do an excellent job with life balance. They did an economy rework earlier this year. That made the economy significantly better. There's no more RNG in how you collect cards. If you don't want there to be, you can just get more tokens and get the cards you want directly. If you want a breakdown on how the new economy works, you can check out this video. Can't Enchantress be everywhere?
Victory.
This card is so much better with Tau costing 2 instead of 3. Like, I have to buy a variant for this card, chat. Is the Ancient One playable now? Oh, I'm having the sinking suspicion that the Ancient One might be playable. To keep an eye out for a piece of art for her. We're definitely gonna split her when we get the boosters. Alright, we can take a pause for the cause to let some adverts roll. We're gonna play for our infinite ticket with this when we return. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Don't go anywhere, gamers. I'm going to run to the restroom while the adverts roll. Don't go anywhere. You can't make me buy a variant, I refuse. Winking Studio variant for the Ancient One is the one. I remember that had a really nice 2,400 gold one. I just can't bring myself to pay 2,400 gold for a single variant. It's so much. How are you feeling about Mirage in this deck? Do you find yourself missing Cape? That's a good point. Mirage has been kind of so-so. I'm gonna sub Kaden for the last one, I think. Against Merlin decks, Mirage is super awkward. I think you want the more consistent hit. The more consistent hit for the Victoria card. Anyone heard when they were dropping custom game boards for Snap? They don't really do roadmaps anymore, unfortunately. They over-promised, under-delivered a couple of times. They kind of backed off from doing it. So, since this is the last round of a Gold Conquest, I'm going to take it slightly more seriously, and it's optimal to leave on round 1 here. My opponent has a really nuts draw with their Deadpool to start. My hand is kind of mediocre. Take a do-over. Yes, speaking, we were talking about different applications in China earlier today, and China Snap has custom game boards. Good. Look sweet. If you hand Frigga and then Misery, who does Misery copy? I believe it copies nothing. Because the Frigga gets destroyed, question mark? Or do you copy? You either get nothing or you get Frigga, one of the two. Surge and destroy. Interesting. Oh wait, did they realize that... They can still Killmonger to open up the left, but that's still not great for them. They're snapping me back. Okay. So they need to Killmonger this turn then, right?
I definitely need to change my underwear.
So I do this. And then next turn, I Tau here. And like Pim Arrow here and Speed here. So this is definitely happening here. And then it's a question of where do I feel like I most want to compete? I'm going to add 4 more on the left, going up to 18 there. Is there a Shang risk? Always. I think it's YOLO Zola is what this is. In which case I win the center and I win the right if they hit null.
Cut off one head, 2 more shall take its place.
Cool. Classic 12 power Pim arrow here. I felt like an ego snap back in that game. Like I snapped them when their location locked and they got offended, so they snapped back. If they don't Deadpool on one, I'm gonna snap them here. Cool. One of my dishes from earlier. Only 900,000 left to be a shillionaire. Just think of how much it'll trickle down by the time you get there. Think of the trickle. I grabbed the wrong patriotic 2-3. Mistakes are almost made. It's such an icky one to get. If they were to Killmonger deck, I would put the Demon on the Ant Maze and set up the Frigga on it, but because they're a Killmonger deck, that's just not a good play. This brick's a draw. Am I okay with that? I think so. Would Misery Frigga not copy Misery because Misery is the last played card? So your card as it's resolving doesn't count as your last played card until it's fully resolved. So when Misery is re-triggering Frigga, Misery hasn't fully resolved, so it doesn't count as your last played card yet. Did Misery really need an extra power? I don't think she did, but we take those as they say. Maybe we should Quinjet to bait the Killmonger. That's an interesting thought. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't put Hobgoblin in an empty path where they can solo it, and putting it in the US agent path has value too. Putting it center also lets it combo with US agent, which is nice. Oh my goodness, are they killmongering? Oh, man. What a... All the plays that Marvel staff. I was gonna say, it feels like our opponent's a newer player, but they are not remotely. They're certainly pushing some buttons. Overcommitted on the right, it turns out. Or not? Poor Venom's got a tummy ache on the right here. Good, clean living. That's one. Can we do it again? If Zola is in your hand, he has to be played. That's the rules. I mean, and hey, my opponent didn't make the rules. They were just following them, okay? I think it's Iron Patriot to start. Although I guess they're obligated to play for here too, but Iron Patriot and the Ancient One's a good number of stats. This location is neutral, we'll snap. Although with Hood, oh, I don't want to put Hood over there. Is hybrid puppet artifacts the best reporter? I really like the dedicated puppets build, Grindel. I posted a highlight with that over the weekend. It's what I played in the first Shadowverse tournament I played. Snap before this variance happens. Try and grab an extra point if we high roll. Base, thank you for the 45 months. Opponent's taking this gold conquest significantly more seriously than us. I'm gonna go out on a limb and suggest that they drew Mr. Negative. Where you can find my puppet stack. Yeah, I have a dedicated Shadowverse YouTube channel. Just make sure you give it a subscription and check out the different decks we're highlighting there. Yeah, hopefully Mirror Dimension is expansion here.
We are the future.
Oh, Christ. This works how I want if I end on here, Misery the Frigo, copy Victoria hand, yeah? Top deck Nico to reroll Limbo for a chance to steal here for sure. Oh, fuck me. I forgot about the squirrels. Oh, I forgot about the squirrels. Yikes. That's fine. Jade just drew 2 cards. We're cooked anyways. Yeah, I'm gonna believe in the Victoria top deck, and if we break on the Victoria top deck, we'll copy Surge and be on our merry way. Hold Nico for the location change spell. It requires such a very specific timing window. Generally speaking, not good. Oh, wait a turn, see if we draw. Oh, Victoria, since we're not going to get Surge anyways. Easy game. Yeah, I need to not play the hood yet because I want to Friga Victoria as well. I don't know that I'm gonna have space for Demon on this board.
I am Iron Man.
think I want to be able to draw, because I really wouldn't mind drawing US Agent. Wait. Oh my goodness, this interaction is bugged. This isn't supposed to count as having 12 points of power. I forgot that it doesn't come up very often, but that's really frustrating. I'ma stay. But this Tau takes 4 points off of Gore, which is fun. Would I have won with the other way? I don't think so. I needed to draw US Agent. If we would have drawn US Agent, the left side would have been... what? It would have been minus 12? We would have been able to fit something else over there too cleanly. Tough. We can play Demon Left. We play Demon Left, we still lose. I don't think I'm going to grind 2 to 8 here. Yeah, it's unfortunate Gore was big enough to win the center. That was the big one. If I'd have been able to play Magneto with the Scout, it would have been huge. Magneto on 6 could have blocked one location. I literally could not play Magneto on the left keeper. For the same reason the demon couldn't go there. Not a remotely legal play. Reading continues to be busted. Truly broken ability deserving of a nerf. So let's go Hood into Iron Patriot. Demon contest the Iron Patriot path plus a 2-drop. Wow, look at this busted pay to win card. Yeah, we're gonna Zola the Victoria for sure. Oh, what are we doing at the last turn? None of my options are great. I guess I'll do this.
Cut off one head, two more shall take its place.
Oh, we should play the bigger. No, because the bigger Victoria doesn't work. That doesn't work how you want it to work. I'm overcommitted in the center, I think. Okay, amount of points on the right, I guess. Oh wait, they're losing the right if I win the center. I think I'm gonna be short in the center though. How big are we? Short 1 point. This felt okay, but really what I feel like that playing this build hammers home in my mind is I really think these Victoria hand decks just need some amount of tech cards in them. Like, the Ancient one felt better with Tau. However, trying to build this deck in a way that made this card playable meant that we didn't have room to be interactive, which meant that we could keep up against people that are playing tech cards of their own, but we come up really short against anyone we need to be interactive with. And I don't think it's you just cut one card to fit a tech card in. I think once you're trying to fit a few tech cards in, you kind of just like lose slots for stuff like this and stuff like speed. So like, where's my... do I have one of them in here? This build is kind of what I mean. We've got 2 tech cards here in Shadow King and Luke Cage. Does this one have tech cards in it? Yeah, this one has at least a Shadow King in it. I think you need at least one way to kick your opponent's stuff when you're trying to play with Victoria. And I think ideally you want at least 2. Luke Cage is like half in a way, where your numbers of this archetype are okay and they're reasonable. The numbers that this type of deck makes, if you play them well, can play around opposing disruption, but against people who aren't disrupting you, your stats just aren't big enough. So we like beat up other people who were trying to play a bunch of tech cards, but came up short against things like that Nimrod deck in the last one, where they're just trying to run us down because they're going to do that because their race numbers are better than ours. And like, honestly, our opponent's draw in that last game wasn't even particularly impressive. It was kind of limp, and it still went solidly over the top of what we had going on. Obi Heaven, thank you for the 14 months. Hope life's treating you all right. All right, gamers, it is 5 to 4 here, and I think that's going to be my goal. We're going to look to be live from about 9 a.m. Central till about 4 p.m. Central in the afternoons, as a nice consistent schedule here Monday through Friday. If you're looking for more from myself, there's a ton of content up on all of the YouTube channels. Marvel Snap deck highlights 7 days a week at youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland. Best decks roundups for things like Sanctum Showdown and regular Snap on the Hoaglandia Snap channel. And then the Shadowverse channel, if you've been enjoying that new card game like myself, having some regular highlights up there as well. I'll be back again tomorrow morning. We have a new card release for Marvel Snap in the afternoon, and we'll be Shadowversing to start the day. Enjoy the rest of your Monday wherever you're at, folks, and we'll catch you on real soon.